Good morning, students. I am Rahul Kumar Sahu from Kendriya Vidyalaya Tuting. Today I am going to discuss the first chapter of Class 6 Science NCERT book, that is Food. Where does it come from? So, the chapter itself is a question. So the question is, from where we can get food. So in this chapter we will be discussing about from which sources we are getting food. So before beginning this chapter, I want to ask, what do you mean by food? So basically food is thing which we eat, and it is very essential for our life. And next thing is, do we eat a same type of food every day? That we are eating only rice today, we will eat rice tomorrow, we'll eat rice day after tomorrow. Is that a thing? No. But we have various different type of food which we eat daily, and which we prefer to, which we love to eat on different days. So first, I want all you to do a small activity, and you can note it down on your copy. So you can name your friend, and and on the second column you can write down the food items which he or she has eaten in a day. So in this picture, in this illustration, there are some type of different type of food items like here. Can you name it? First, this is idli and sambar. This is fish, and this is some type of vegetable. So as you know that in our country, we in different regions and different states and different locations, we prepare different type of food items. So I want you all to note down a different food items of our different location of our country. Next, ingredients. So actually the ingredients are the materials which are needed to prepare a dish. In this case where I am mentioning dish, it is any food item. So if I will take an example, we know that in case of rice, we need raw rice and water to boil the rice. So in this case, the rice has two types of ingredients, which are raw rice and water. But if there, if there's, in case of vegetable curry, is that same? No. In case of vegetable curry, there are many type of ingredients like different kinds of vegetables, salt, spices, oil, and etc. So in these two cases, in first case we have only two ingredients, but in second cases we have more than two ingredients. So I want you all to do another activity where you can note down the food item. Like here, in first case, in first row, the food item is roti or chapati, where the ingredients are atta and water. Next, the food item is dal, and the ingredients are pulses, water, salt, oil or ghee, and spices. Like that, you can also mention various type of food item, and you can also write down the ingredients of those food items. Next, I will discuss the food materials and sources. So, as we have already discussed about the different type of food items and the different varieties of food, so in the regarding these foods, can we get the food item or ingredients from a single source? No, this is not the case. But like here, you can look at the table here, where in first column the food item is mentioned, in the second column the ingredients are mentioned, and in the third column the sources are mentioned. And in many cases there is some gap, and I want you all to fill these blanks. So in case of idli, the ingredients are rice, urad dal, salt, water. And for the ingredient rice, the source is plant. Second, urad dal. Can you name what will be the source of this urad dal? Next, salt, water. Okay, for this second food item, that is chicken curry, the first ingredient is chicken and it is an animal source. Like that, and the second ingredient is spice and can you name it? That will be plant source. Okay, like this, I want you all to fill these blanks. And if we look at this table closely, then we can get here that different ingredients have different sources, and the two main sources of this ingredients or food materials are, first is plant source, and in this source we can get grains, cereals, vegetables and fruits. And the second main source is the animal source, where we can get milk, meat products and eggs. Next, so as we have already discussed that there are two sources of these food materials or ingredients. So in case of plant, there are various parts of the plant, and in case of animal there are various products of the animal which can be used as food. So first, to know about this, will discuss this table where the plant parts are um, using as food. And in first column we have food item with plant as a major source. Then in second column we have ingredients as source, and the third column which we have the plant part which can be used as the ingredient. So in this case, in case of brinjal curry, so the first ingredient is that is brinjal, and the brinjal is a fruit of the brinjal plant. And in case of chili as spice, also the chili is the fruit of the chili plant. Next, oil, that is from that can be from groundnut, mustard, soybean and any other plant. So in this type of oils, and uh, the part from this oil are extracted are seed. Like that, you can fill these blanks and you can write down various food items with different ingredients and which part of plants are used as the ingredient. So you can look at here. So this is a simple illustration of the plant where different parts of plant are mentioned, and these different parts of plants are edible parts of plants. Here the edible word means eatable, which can be used for our eating purpose. So first, if you look at this diagram or illustration, the first part, that is the flower. The flower can be used as the food. Then the fruit, then stem, leaf, then we have bud, then we have node, internode. Then in case of the underground of this, under the soil of this plant, we have root, and many roots can be used as the food. So I want you all to note down the different parts of the plant, and you can write down the various examples of this plant part as a food. Next, sprouting seeds. So you can all do a small activity in your houses, in your homes, that you can take either whole mung or chana, that is black gram, and you can soak it in water for overnight, and after that you can wrap it with a wet cloth, so that after that some sprout, can you look at here, this white thing can be this from this seed, that is it can be either whole mung and chana, some white thread like structure is getting out, and this is called the sprout of the seed. And you can also do this in your own home. You can sprout your seeds. Next, we talked about the along with the plant product, we have animal product which can be used as food. So we know that in very beautiful flowers, the bees are they sit on the flower, and um, they they derive the sweet juices from the flowers. Okay, so the bees collect nectar, that is the sweet juices from flowers, and convert it into honey and store it in their hive. So this is a picture of these are the bee, and this is a picture of beehive where the bee are stored. the bee, the honey is stored, and from this beehive we can extract honey, and we can use it as food product. Next, next segment is what do animals eat? So in this table, please look at this table closely. Table number 1.5, where there are different animals, and there are different animals, different name of the animals, and there are different food that those animals eat. So in this case, first animal is buffalo, and the buffalo eats grass, oil cake, hay, and grains. Like that, cat eats small animals, birds, milk. So like that, you can also feel this different animal, feel the food these different animals eat, like rat, lion, tiger, spider, house lizard, cow, human beings, butterfly, crow, and you can also write down with your own examples. After completing this table, can we uh, can you separate out that some animals they only eat plant or plant products? Some animals they only eat other animals, and some animals like dog and human beings they they eat both animals and plants. So in on this basis, there are three types of animals regarding their feeding habit. So first we have herbivores. These are the animals which eat only plants or plant products. So, can we, from this table, after complete this table, can you note down different herbivores, different animals which eat only plants or plant products? And you have to do this as your assignment, and you can note it down on your notebook. Next, carnivores, animals which eat other animals. Also, you have to note down. You have to list out different animals which only eat other animals. Next, we have omnivores. These are animals which eat both plants and animals. We have one example of this omnivores, that is dog. You can also name other animals which are omnivores, which eat both plants and animals. So this is the end of the slide, but I want you to all summarize what we learned uh, in this segment. So first, we talked about there is a lot of variation in the food eaten in different regions of India. There are various food varieties are there. Next, the main sources of food are plants and animals. Next, animals which eat only plants are called herbivores. Okay. Next, the carnivores are those animals which eat only animals. Next, the omnivores which eat both plants as well as other animals. And these are called as omnivores. So this is the end of this first chapter of your class 6th book. I hope you have easily understood this video lesson. Thank you and have a nice day.